7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Ready, set, go.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's crossed.
Let's try. Mr. G is still here lurking.
Don't go away. Stay there.
I'm so sorry, everybody, and thank you very much for bearing with us and tuning back in. Hopefully, gremlins have left the building, but I can't guarantee that. So we'll just see how we get on this time. But it feels like a better signal and a bit clearer. So yeah.
Let's hope so.
We shall enjoy sharing these fabulous products with you. There's a few things that I didn't say when we started the last live that we shall not name again, which is please do like and share and tell people about these gorgeous products that we're going to have on Create and Craft on Sunday, this coming Sunday. So let people know that we've got a brilliant new release coming. And also, I'll do a giveaway, although I feel like I'm tempting fate, but I'll do a giveaway this evening, and we'll give one winner all of Claire's collection, everything that we're going to share with you this evening. And also, I've got another collection that's going to be going live on Sunday as well, which is a beautiful kind of woodland inspired collection. And we'll give that away as well. So we'll have 2 giveaways this evening.
Oh, wow.
And hopefully Olga will keep an eye on those of you who've liked, shared, commented. Appreciate not everyone can not everyone can share. But if you at least comment and let us know that you're watching, then you'll be in with a chance of winning one of those 2 amazing collections.
Exciting.
Now, can I say hello, Claire?
Oh, dear me.
Is it you that's jinxed us this evening? Is it? Shall I blame you? I normally blame
Mr.
Like G.
It might be. I think this has maybe not happened before, has it? So it's me.
Maybe, yeah, you are the rogue element that's thrown us off. But I so wanted to have you on this live this evening because I don't know how many of people who follow Funky Fossil will have seen you in person. They'll now be familiar with your name and your collections, but they may not have actually seen you yourself. So it's great. It's great to introduce you to everybody.
Well, it's lovely. Thank you for having me on. It's very exciting.
We were talking before about your YouTube channel, but also just tell me a little bit about your crafting journey and how you got started really as a mixed media artist.
So it was about 5 years ago, and me and 2 of my children, we've always loved really creative, crafty stuff, and I used to do a lot of sewing and drawing. And I came across this course which was about art journaling, and I thought, oh, that sounds really fun. And I went and just absolutely blew me away. I was completely hooked, and it's kind of all happened from there. So it's all just grown out of something that was a hobby, really. So like just when I stop and think about it, it's kind of a bit mind-blowing, really. So
and it's not that long ago, is it, that you started?
No, it is about 5 years ago, so it isn't that long ago. But I had a little sewing business before, and I've always done drawing and painting, and but never mixed media. And I think, you just know, don't you, when you find the thing that you're really passionate about, and it just clicks, and you're like, yeah, this is it, this is what I want to do.
And the thing that drew me to your work in the first instance is you just love vibrant colour, and your journal layouts are often really kind of quite bold in terms of the way that you layer up the acrylic paints, and you like masking, and it looks really cool.
Oh, thank you.
Looks cool.
Thank you. I do love bold colours. I think I'm maybe quite well known for my use of rainbow colours. I'm a bit of a rainbow addict. Don't know if that's a weird thing to say. I do like rainbow
good company.
colours. Yeah, the more colour the better, I think. So rainbow colours, and then pinks and purples seem to be, and turquoise are the colours that I'm always drawn to. And if I use anything else, I have to really push myself to try other colours. But yeah, I just love bright, colourful, happy things. Yeah.
And it just shows how much I like your work, in that you do use a lot of purple, and I still like it. And in fact, I think when I saw you at Doncaster at the show at the weekend, you were talking about the next collection, the designs that you're working on. She said, I think there's quite a lot of purple in it.
There is. Yeah, I was like, get ready, because there's a lot of purple in this one. Yeah, and that kind of happened by accident. I didn't mean to put a lot of purple in, but that was just kind of how it went. So I just thought, right, well, we'll just go with that.
Well, it'll be music to Olga's ears. She'll be very happy to know that she's got a fellow purple fanatic.
Definitely, yeah.
I knew she'd pop in as soon as I mentioned purple. There she's in the comments.
She's right, though. Yeah, it's not purple that's the problem, is it, Olga? No, I agree.
Okay, well, we'll have to agree to differ. And again, thank you everyone for tuning in and coming in to have a nosy at what Claire's bought us. So we're going to kind of have a look down at the desk, and I can talk you through these products and also the glorious samples we've got in front of us. And Claire's got some as well herself that she'll share that she's been making. But the design team, and I know that some of you are on, I've seen Ali and Alicia, and I think I've seen Sarah earlier. I don't know if she's logged back in, but the design team have done an amazing job with the samples, and I think they've really demonstrated how these products by Claire just encourage you to play and take the designs sometimes off the card, not necessarily even in a journal page. They're 3D projects they've got, and I want to share with you this evening. So let's get busy with the actual products. And Claire, you can tell us a little bit about what was in your mind when you came up with them. And the first one I'm going to share with you is the A5 stamp set called Thankful. I've called the whole collection Thankful because that felt like it was a recurring theme. And this one's got 3 gorgeous kind of paper dolls in it, if you can see. Look at that.
Yeah. So I don't know, I've noticed on like Instagram, particularly in the kind of the art journaling mixed media community, that paper dolls are quite a big thing. And there's other artists on Instagram that are very into creating paper dolls, and I've always kind of liked that. And I think having things like elements like that you can add into journal pages or tuck in pockets and things, it's just really fun to have those little extras that you can pop in. And so that's kind of where the idea came from for these paper dolls with no faces. So you can use them with no face, or you can, if you're brave, you can draw your own face on them if you want to. And
that's reminded me, because I've seen a comment from our lovely friend Corolla. Hello, Corolla. I sent her this collection because she makes such gorgeous mixed media projects, and I knew she'd love playing with your designs. And she has, we'll see with her samples, she has put faces on the dolls, which of course then personalize them and make them very much your own work. Or absolutely, as you say, Claire, you can leave them blank, and when you're sending them to people, then that enables them really, I suppose, to project onto them what they want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I think sometimes it's about the image and what that portrays, and not necessarily the expression on the face, although it works either way, doesn't it? I guess
it does. It does, absolutely. And the other thing I love about this, which we'll see as well in the A6 stamp, so I'll bring that into shot, is one of the things we've loved about your previous collections, like, for example, the hearts. You did an A6 stamp, heartfelt, and the hand-drawn hearts had beautiful kind of layers of text in them, and you've repeated that kind of idea on these dolls, haven't you, with the circles, the leaves, and the butterflies having kind of ledger papers or text within them.
Yeah, I love how that looks. I think using text in a mixed media project, it just kind of brings it to life. So having it in the stamp itself, I don't know. It's like, oh, all my dreams have come true, Sarah, thanks to you.
Oh, you'll have to come up with some other dreams then. But no, I love it too. And I mean, this, when I look at these butterflies, this is a single stamp, everybody, by the way. But of course, as you can imagine, very easy to chop into and get lots of individual butterfly embellishments if you want to do that. But you can obviously get them all with one stamp, or of course make a great background. But this, of course, reminds me of Olga's ledger stains A7 stamp. So you can imagine you could be adding ledger detail in the background of your project, and then have these butterflies almost kind of flying out of the ledgers. So yeah, I love this. So yeah, the fact that, and also what I like about this ledger or the text detail in the paper dolls is they're quite open spaces, but you've already added almost like a bit of a collage element to them as well. So if you want to just colour them, you absolutely can. You can paper piece them, but you've already got some detail and interest going on in there.
Yeah, I think that kind of helps them to be quite versatile, doesn't it? That you can sort of blend them if you want, or just work with them as they are.
And also this one here with the leaves is like a nod as well to Grow Positive, your previous collection, which has got the big botanicals in again. So and they've got text in as well, haven't they?
Yeah. Oh, and it does. This collection does play quite nicely with the previous releases as well. So I've been having a lot of fun sort of mixing it up with previous ones too. So
I agree, absolutely. I mean, I've been when you're making samples for TV, you're kind of trying to keep it kind of focused on what's new, so that people don't get confused about what is and isn't in the bundle. But I've been really struggling not to kind of pull out all the other elements because they'll just work so perfectly.
Yeah.
And talking about versatile and things that will play nicely, the other A5 stamp set in this collection is your alphabet.
I'm so excited about this one. So excited. I think I've got a bit of a collection of different alphabet stamps that I've been collecting since I started doing mixed media art journaling, and I've always thought, oh, wouldn't it be amazing to have my own? Now I've got one. Yeah, it's lovely, and it works really nicely. You can kind of layer the letters up together on your acrylic block, or you can do them one at a time if you want to squish them up a bit more. So yeah, just fabulous. I've had so much fun using it.
And it is, I mean, I think, as you say, Jan, it is a very cool font because it's very clearly hand lettered. It's not perfect. It's got that kind of free style to it. So it will absolutely look like something hand lettered on your journals. And I mean, one of the things you do amazingly, Claire, on your journal layouts is put big sentiments and things that kind of really almost make as much of a statement as any focal image. But we're not all of us, and I include myself in this, aren't always as brave when we really like the background and everything we've put on there to then write a big sentiment. So this gives us the tools to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it, you know, like you say, for those of us that aren't so confident with writing on a journal page, just having that sort of stamp set that you can reach for means that you can still put the sentiments on there and it still looks like it's handwritten, but it's not.
And equally, it's the kind, I think it echoes, doesn't it? It echoes the font in the sentiments with the dolls. So again, you can kind of combine your own wording with the sentiments and stamp set, etc., etc. So yeah, I mean, I love alphabet stamps anyway because I love text and font, but I just I think this is a great one, and it's a nice size. It's not an alphabet font that is so fiddly that you know you're going to lose the E from day one and never use it again. So
where's it gone? It's probably in the Hoover.
Yeah, in my case it's like stuck to the bottom or something. And we've got doubles of the vowels in this set as well. So we have tried in terms of the space allowing and not squishing it too much. You do have doubles of some of the more commonly used.
Very useful.
So Jan's already spotted the papers that I've got on the desk, and these are gorgeous. gone a bit bigger. Well, it's an A5 collage paper pad, but I've gone a bit bigger this time in terms of, we've got 12 designs in this one and 3 of each, which I think is a bit more than the previous pads, but that's just because I know, well, we're always saying with kind of collage papers, it's about the cutting into and layering and having fun with them. So this is, you know, this is a pad that is designed to be absolutely cut up and played with.
Definitely. Yeah.
Should we have a flick through? So, you know, Claire, you mentioned liking bright colours and
Yeah, get ready.
and you like circles as well, don't you? You're a fan of a circle.
Yeah, I do. I'm a bit obsessed with circles. Yeah. And the reason for those leaves, where I sit in my art room, I can see my garden. So there's just like leaves and plants and flowers everywhere. So when I was sat there thinking, okay, what am I going to design? It was just like, okay, some leaves would work really well.
And they're just that lovely kind of watercolor style, and you've got all your splatters on there. So it's got a really nice, you know, when you cut them out, because this is a lightweight paper for those of you who haven't used the collage pads before. So this is a much lighter weight paper than pattern papers, partly because we want you to be able to stick it down and not create a kind of a telephone directory style dimension. But it's already got splatters on it, you know, it's already got the kind of the layers and the elements on it that will give the look of already having done some of that work yourself. What did you use to make this one?
I think it was a roller. So I don't know if any of you followed Birgit Coopson on Instagram.
Yes.
She does a lot of gel printing, and she showed a technique where you can make your own foam roller. And I used it on the gel plate, but I used it with different coloured paints, and I was just blown away by how amazing it looked. That paper would be brilliant for masking over the top of, because then you could have some colour areas, and then you'd have your colour peeking through.
That's one of your kind of your favourite techniques. And you say your big foliage stencils has got the leaves in there, so you could put a leaf, a solid leaf down, couldn't you? And then add the paint around the outside, just so that brilliant. Love that. Now this is a cool one as well. So I've had a bit of a play with the pattern you sent through. So I've used this kind of random alpha black and white, which I love. But then I've done 2 in almost, I think it's almost like A6 size and 1 in A5. So you've got slightly different sizes there. You've got, if you're thinking along those lines, a ready-made card front to layer up. But yeah, I just love the black and white always gives you that nice contrast, doesn't it, to the kind of more vibrant colours. Yeah.
This one's my favourite background. I've found that I've used that on nearly everything that I've done.
Yeah,
so
I absolutely agree. I love this one, and I've used this one to paper piece the dolls' dresses, because it's got such nice kind of mixture of colours in it. So yeah. I mean, again, I see Donna's on, and she loves the sprays, and this is like somebody who's already kind of had a really good play with the sprays. And then this one, and there are a couple of these kind of style of pages in the pad. It is, in my mind, when I was looking at it, great cuttable, outable elements. That wasn't a sentence, was it? But they're great elements for cutting out.
Yeah.
And you can add the and we've got wings coming up as well in the pad, but you can also add the butterfly wings to the dolls if you want to do that. But they're just beautiful.
Yeah.
And here's another one, which again, in my mind, when you sent them through, Claire, I was thinking, oh great, that, you know, again, can be used as a background in entirety, but also sized up a bit, could be used as cut out elements to layer up a collage.
Yeah, good for creating that bit of direction on your journal page.
Yes,
looking at things.
and that's the thing is, already in those arrows you've got layers from the background that you've used. I'm just saying, you talking about creating direction on a page.
Oh yeah, look at that.
This is a sample from our lovely Sarah. And she's absolutely done that. She's used the arrows for the different words. Is that fantastic?
I love it. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Isn't that great? She does it. She does amazing. I mean, this would be an amazing journal page, this, Sarah. I might
Wouldn't
stick
it?
my journal
Yeah.
and pretend I made it.
To stick it in.
Yeah, just stick it in. No one will know. These are amazing. So we've got obviously the pattern at the earlier in the book, haven't we? The first page where you've got the overlapping circles creating a pattern for you. But yes, Donna, here are some cuttable, outable circles. Now my own word. So again, you've got that opportunity to build your own composition.
Definitely, yeah. And they work really nicely layered behind the little dolls as well, which I'll show you later.
They do. They do indeed. And then here's another one, another page, which again you can use as is, but we really wanted to try and create enough white space around all those lovely crowns and sentiments that you can cut them out and use them as the kind of the crowns for the dolls or for anything else you're going to use them for. But they do work beautifully with the dolls too. So, and I love these are black and white. So again, you can customize them to your project or just go graphic.
Absolutely, yeah. Sometimes having that bit of contrast is quite nice, isn't it, with a bit of black and white?
It is, absolutely. And you say you could stamp into them or over them and add Olga's ledgers. So if you wanted to have the kind of ledger look that went with the butterflies or whatever, you can do that too. And then this is another amazing kind of collage builder page, because we've got sentiments, lots of sentiments here that are, you can cut out and go with, and then some fantastic I was going to say leaves, they are wings. They're wings, but they also do look like leaves to me.
They would work. Some of them would work as leaves, wouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got sentiments, nice large size for those of you who want to put them onto journals, and then others that will be card size, kind of work for that. But you've got things like fly above the negativity, may you always be brave enough to fly, have the courage to let go of certainty. So you always really try and kind of build your journal pages around positive affirmations, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. I think we all need a bit of positivity, don't we?
Yeah, I think with the vibrant colours and then the strong wording, that's what always kind of makes your layouts really pop. And you've given us the tools or the elements to do that here. And then this is the page that was in or on Sarah's kind of full-size project. So you can see here with the wording is already kind of embedded onto the design, and then we've got one of your fantastic rainbow circle backgrounds. Hi, Rachel. Have you had a lovely day at graduation? Oh, Rachel's been at her daughter's graduation today. Oh, bless.
Lovely. Oh,
it was a great day, isn't it? Graduations.
Yeah.
I used to hate them because I used to work at university, and everything was chaotic during graduations. But I'm sure everyone was having a lovely time.
On the other side, probably not so much fun though.
It's when you just couldn't get parked, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
And everyone was so happy, and I was working.
Yeah.
I know. I think this is the last. Yeah, this is the last of the 12 designs. So this is, you'd sent me through a gorgeous range of backgrounds in a kind of, again, a rainbow of colours, but they were individual backgrounds in their own right, weren't they? And when I was putting this pad together, I thought, oh, these will look lovely, and as kind of, again, you can use it as a single page, but in my head, I was thinking you've got a scaled down background if you want to stamp over it and cut out and use it for your card fronts, etc. So very versatile. Yeah.
And I think just having those solid colours make a great start, because you could just even pop one of those on a journal page and then add more stenciling over the top. So they are really versatile, those sort of whole coloured pieces.
And you say solid colours, but of course they're anything but, aren't they? Because you've already you're working on them. You know, I'm assuming, paints and, kind of collaging, etc. So you've already given us 2 or 3 layers there to be working on top of. You definitely need it in your life, Rachel. This is one of those paper pads where I will just fly through one very quickly with projects. I spent a lovely hour this afternoon cutting elements out for demos on Create and Craft. In fact, what I've done in terms of cutting elements out is I've actually put pages like this onto double-sided sheets of adhesive and cut them out, just because obviously for ease of demo purposes, then I've almost kind of made them into stickers that I can add onto my projects.
Very clever.
I thought so, yeah.
Like your thinking there.
Although I'll trip myself up, because when I'm actually live, I can never get the backing off.
Oh no, that would be me. Oh my goodness, yeah.
So I'll probably end up adding glue anyway.
I'd end up throwing them across the room going, ah.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I had a show. So on Sunday I was at Doncaster, and I had my washi strips, the A5 washi strips there, and I was hoping that Janice wasn't going to ask me to demonstrate that they were strips, because it just takes me forever to get them off the backing. It's not as difficult. I just always struggle to do it. So we've got two, and this is the collection's completed with two gorgeous stencils, again in your abstract style, in relation to being very versatile, great for but adding yet further layers on there. And you've got your circles, which you can see have been echoed in the paper pads, and then this one that I called randomly, but I quite liked it, I called it bead curtain, because it reminded me of those, you know, those curtains that you used to get in the 70s in shop doors.
Yes, I do.
That's what was in my head.
I love it. Bead curtain. What a fantastic name. I meant to ask you what that was called.
And why I'd called it that. So this one's called Floating. And then this one's called Bead Curtain.
Fantastic.
Sorry, Olga, have I missed questions? Please, anybody that has asked a question that has been rudely ignored by me or Claire, then pop it back in the feed and I'll watch out for it and answer. Remember, everybody, if you just tuned in since we began for the second time, we're going to give away two collections. We're going to give away all of Claire's gorgeous Thankful collection, which I've just run through there, and also our other collection, which is called Willow Tree Collection. And I will quickly flick you through those products once we've looked at Claire's samples. I'm conscious we had a late start with all of the shenanigans online, so I don't want to keep you too long. And the samples are just amazing. we've probably got a couple of months worth of samples to showcase, which I may just cherry pick from the huge pile I've got next to me, because Claire's got some as well. And then I know the design team. Judith, sorry, I did see you there. Hello, darling, and welcome back from your holes. And Liz, I see you too. So I know the design team will be sharing their makes on Facebook as well, so you'll get to see them. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to show you this sample and do it justice. This is from Sarah, and this is like kind of, she's created almost like a shrine, which I love the mixed media shrines, using of course the collage papers to do. So your favorite background, Claire.
Yeah,
what
it
she's
is
done, I don't know if you can see that, but she's stamped the doll on acetate, and it overlays perfectly on the doll within the shrine. You see that? It's amazing. She is very clever.
Yeah, it's got layers, so I love it. Anything with layers.
Yeah. And it's freestanding. It's always nice to have something that you can have in your craft room or on display that you can actually enjoy all the time because it's out. So yeah, it's cool. That really is cool.
It's beautiful.
So let's have a look at the other 3D elements I've got on the table here. This is a gorgeous kind of like milk carton box from Liz. Again, your favorite background there. I think this may be
there's a bit of a theme.
It is with the doll, and then Liz has cut out, probably from the A6, the butterflies just flying off the top there. How cool is that?
Gorgeous.
So yeah, beautiful. I just love it. And then and while we're looking at samples from Liz, Have you shared? I don't know if you shared this one on. Oh, you have shared it online, is because I've commented. This is gorgeous. So she's created a kind of freestanding doll on a bobbin reel, big bobbin reel with the papers around it. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's beautiful. I love that. That's so clever. You've got such a talented team, haven't you? They
I know, but don't tell them that, Claire.
Okay, shh! Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, don't. No, nobody needs to know that. Yeah, they are. They are just every time they get. And as you know, with Funky Fossil, we bring quite an eclectic range of styles and designers out in as part of the brand, and the design team just seem to manage to turn their hand to any type of style that comes their way. And I always kind of I'm so impressed at how they just go, yeah, we can make stunning things that look like folk art, or you know what I mean? It's just, just very clever.
They're very versatile, which is a brilliant thing, isn't it?
It is. And they all love, I mean, they love their crafting, so they're never short of excitement and enthusiasm. So this is a little tin that I decorated this afternoon. Now I've used some of the Kim Dello washi tape on the background, the Mixed Media Vibes washi tape. So I thought that went quite nicely with your papers. And then I've just literally just dry brushed some white gesso on top to just age it a little bit. But inside the little tin, we've got our paper doll.
It's so gorgeous. I love it.
I'll keep this on camera for quite a while because it's the only sample I've made.
It's because you're such a busy woman, Sarah. You've just got no time to play.
Oh, it's just not fair. I see all these amazing bits of amazingness, and I'm like, right, I want to make all of these. So, let's look at this. Look at this from Sarah. I've got all this pile of things gorgeousness next to me. So Sarah's made another fabulous kind of, again, a journal page, effectively. Got the crowns on there, and she's used the alphabet to spell out belong.
Almost like Scrabble tiles. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I did some tiles for a previous alphabet that I bought out, and so I think she's used some of those, but it works perfectly with the size of your alphabet too, so that's cool.
I love that. I love the colours on the background as well.
Absolutely. And she's used the floating stencil there for a bit of kind of bubbling. Scared myself then.
Sarah, sorry for interruption, but that question was asked like 4 times when they will be in store, because you didn't mention that, and I was showing the comment like 10 times. So will you share the secret when it will be available?
Thank you, Olga. They're on Create and Craft on Sunday at 3 and 7. And then they'll be available in the Funky Fossil store and directly through Claire as well, because Claire's got her own web shop and will be carrying her collection. And they will be out on Tuesday, which is the 25th of July. Very yes, if you want to buy direct, or as you know, quite often they're bundles on Create and Craft. If there are individual elements that really catch your eye, then you can certainly get them from either Claire or myself on Tuesday. It's not long to wait at all.
Very exciting.
I've completely ignored that. I haven't seen that question at all.
It's a good affair, isn't it?
Oh, so rubbish. This is by Alice. So she's gone for a very different colourway, and I just love it. It's a kind of like beautiful kind of blues and oranges in here, with the butterflies cascading away as well. So that's gorgeous. And here's an Alicia one, I think. So again, so you can see the different scaling of these projects as well. If we look at Sarah's kind of, 3 all on the page, and then this is, although it's quite a heavy substrate that Alicia's used, it would equally make a card front if you were using it for that. I love that. Chin up or your crown will slip.
Yeah.
I don't even have a crown.
Yeah.
So
it's an invisible crown, Sarah.
Sorry?
We've all got an invisible crown or a tiara.
Oh, I thought maybe we all had tinfoil ones. I should go and make.
Oh, maybe.
And look at this. This is another Alicia one. I love the background on this. So she's got some of the elements from the papers, but I think she's used the stencil. But I just love how it all kind of is melting. And then some more of the papers, that the gratitude paper there. Fabulous colours. And here we have Alicia at work again. She's used, hopefully, I don't know if you can pick up the crackle in it, but she's used crackle paste on the floating stencil. And then those glorious wings.
Brilliant.
And can you see that little? She's got a little metal crown embellishment on it as well.
Oh, I love that. Oh, isn't that brilliant?
So cute. I might wear that as a crown. This
Donna said she'd prefer a tiara. I think, yeah, I agree with
Donna, how very elegant.
Yeah, I think crowns are a bit heavy, aren't they?
The crowns are just so out. It's definitely all about tiaras, darling. And this is another Sarah. She's obviously used the alphabet on the tiles again. BFF. I love that. So the two dolls have got the wings.
Fabulous.
And then let me have I like this one from Ali, where she's got, I just makes me smile this, where she's used the alphabet to create the sentiment, leave me alone.
Yeah.
It's just that is my sentiment, that. Isn't that fabulous?
Yeah, I love it. It's brilliant. I love that.
She does look like, Ali, is it deliberate that looks like bunny ears on the doll? Or is it just the way the foliage is fallen? But I just wondered if you'd added bunny ears. I just thought it was so cool. It's so cute. Oh, let's see some of Carolla's gorgeous samples, because I've got them here. So look at this glorious piece of mixed medianess.
Oh, wow.
And so she's using it on a canvas. And your wings already exist. All you have to do is fly, and it's just chock full of layers and colors. The stencils, there's the butterfly wings. It's beautiful, isn't it? Amazing.
Yeah, I love that. You can see all the layers in there. It's yummy.
It is yummy's definitely the adjective. And then she's made a box as well. I was a bit disappointed, Carolla, there was no chocolates in this box, but I'm assuming they're following on. And again, beautiful layers. She's really kind of added her own line work in around the circles, obviously cut them out and fly above the negativity. So I love this. I love this box.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Oh, have you seen the comment from Ali? She says they're North American leaf headdress, not bunny ears.
Oh, are you serious, Ali? Is that actually what it is? Or are you just yanking my chain? Is that what it is? Oh, I'm very impressed. Apologies for the bunny ears comment then. Dear me. And I'm just leaning over and let me just look at this, look at this, look at this. So this is from Carolla as well, and she's made look at this, like a crate, a little mini crate.
Wow, she's been busy.
And she absolutely loves your designs, and she loves crafting, and everything she's made is just an absolute kind of riot of color and layers. You see, this is what I mean about she's put faces in her dolls. So they look really cool with the faces.
Don't they?
Bead curtain.
Oh,
Take
wow.
a moment.
Fantastic.
Isn't that just amazing? How do you feel when you see all of these gorgeous things?
Just have to keep pinching myself. I feel like I must be dreaming. Can't believe it. It's amazing. I feel very lucky.
And I mean, a lot of them are again a very different take to perhaps what you would do with them necessarily.
Yeah.
Just a bit back in front.
It's so lovely to see that it's inspiring, that they're inspiring other people as well. And I think, just seeing how versatile they are and how many different things people are creating, it's just, I love it. It's absolutely I shall go to bed happy, a happy Claire tonight.
Fantabulous samples, says Donna. Absolutely, yeah, they are. And I mean, obviously, I've got piles of them here, which obviously, you know, we may not be able to do full justice to on TV in terms of time, but it is the most kind of colourful, joyful desk full of loveliness. So every sample is either kind of pulling out a different thing from the collection, but the one thing that connects them all is the colours and the patterns. It's one of those collections that just makes you happy to work with it.
Oh,
I love this one with from Ali as well. I can't even move now on my desk.
oh,
Look
I
at
just want to eat those. They're just gorgeous.
I don't know how you do it, Ali. You managed to get all these bright colours, but you keep them really clean.
I know. I wanted to ask how she's done that as well. How?
Yeah, in the floating, and then you outlined the floating stencil with black lines, so that really makes it pop. You've laid up the butterflies on the dress. Stunning. And last sample, before we have a look to see what Claire's been doing. Oh, you've popped us onto screen, Olga. Cheeky.
Yes.
Is from you are.
We just appeared. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
That should have come with a warning.
It really.
This is from our lovely Judith, who didn't have much time to create this month because she was on her hollybobs in Greece and looking like she had an amazing time. And she's used the papers here with one of Paola's Boundless Journal dies that creates these fabulous kind of spines that you can then just slot your papers into. So she's used the papers, but then, of course, taking it another level by adding all the different parts of the collection to it. So again, this is quite a dinky project in terms of scale, but you can see that the designs are going to work so well, whether you're going to go big scale like Sarah or you're going to work in slightly more miniature scale like Judith.
Yeah, beautiful. Such lovely work. Such a pleasure to see it all.
And that's one of the nice things about these papers, because they're not overly heavyweight, for the purpose of collage and layering. It does mean that you can make little books like this and you're not creating a really chunky journal. You can obviously put them in your chunky journals, but it's quite nice to be able to also create some smaller projects as well. Absolutely. Let's see what you've been making, Claire.
Okay, all right. So first of all, I started off with a little book. So one of my butterflies has just fallen. Never mind. So I made a little tag book, and in each of the little pockets, I put paper dolls. And I also, one thing that I've discovered recently, I think from when my children were little, we used to buy that. Oh, come on, behave. There it is. Oh, now it's back to front. That shrinky plastic.
Yeah.
And if you stamp onto it and then heat it, it just makes the most gorgeous little charms that you can put onto your project.
Was that from the A6 butterflies that little charm was made?
I just stamped it, the whole stamp on, and then just cut them out. And I actually heated them with my heat tool as well, and it worked amazingly. So in each of these pockets,
mine always really curl up and stick together when I try using a heat tool.
Yeah, they can do, but you need to have like an extra pair of hands. So you heat it and then have someone to squash it flat before it curls back on itself. So in this little book, I've just gone through and used some. It's backwards, isn't it? When it's on the camera, it's really weird.
No,
I've used some of the quotes.
And I love how you've double-sided the dolls as well. I not thought of doing that. But of course, if they're free like that, you want to be able to see both sides, don't you?
Yeah, I had lots of fun using the collage papers. So I stamped. There will be some videos going up on my YouTube channel, of course, how I've made these things. But I stamped the doll stamp onto the collage paper as well as onto the card that I stamped it on, and then obviously I cut the body out and stuck it onto the card as well to create that pattern and colour on that. So that's my little tag book. And then
you could add journaling on the back of the dolls as well, couldn't you?
Yes, you could do.
Have that as a journaling space. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Oh, and then of course, look, I've used my favourite paper on the spine.
Of course.
Tell you it's everywhere. Right, don't be scared by these, but I did decapitate the dolls, and I stuck some Tim Holtz.
Tim Holtz's head on it.
Yeah, Tim Holtz's head. No, anyway, yeah. And I've created some really quirky little dolls.
Cool.
This one's got like one of the circles from the collage paper behind it, and a crown that I've coloured in. This one, yeah, I mean, and a butterfly on the hair. I've just had so much fun. I think just sometimes letting loose and doing something that's a little bit quirky.
That is so me.
It's so much fun. And then I've done some journal pages as well, so I'll try and show you these.
Look at you. That's so cool.
So there's that one. And then honestly, I couldn't stop. I did this one. Oh no, this one last night. It kind of took a while to come together, and I'm not 100% certain about it, but hey ho, it's okay. I don't mind that. And then this one's got like a
rainbow. Oh, you're going your cutouts.
Peep through window, and then I've heat embossed the butterfly stamp on there, and then one of the paper dolls.
And you've added a face to that one as well, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. I just did little closed eyes on that one because I think sometimes that's just a little bit easier, isn't it? And then this one, I've used a piece of transparency as a tip in and stamped my words on there using the alphabet stamp set.
Oh, cool. What ink did you use for that then? Would you use archival for stamping onto the transparency?
Yeah, I just used the archival. It does take a while to dry. But yeah, it worked really well on there. And then I've used one of my stencils from a previous release on there too. So there's those, and then there's one more page in my large craft journal. That one.
Oh, well, that's cool as well.
So the stamp.
That's a bigger journal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the craft journal. You know, craft paper is my favourite. It's my favourite.
I know, you're obsessed with craft paper.
I am. I don't really know why. And then last night I had this crazy idea, and I was in here till nearly 11:30 at night, and Mr. S came out and he was like, "What are you doing? Are you actually going to come in at all this evening?" I'm busy. Go away.
It's work.
Made these little fabric dolls. So I painted the fabric using Tim Holtz Distress Paint, and then stamped on to the fabric using archival ink, and I've made little way. And then I also like faffed about sewing. So these are made from fabric, but you could just as easily stick the paper ones on for a proper mixed media vibe. And I've stamped some of the quotes on as well.
And do you find with the distress paint on fabric that it stays soft? It doesn't go crunchy when it dries. Yeah. These
are not. They're really soft, and also Tim Holtz says that once the paint is dry, it's permanent. So I think you could put these in the wash if you really wanted to. I can't imagine why you'd want to.
Yeah, you might need. Yeah, you're right. It is the one distress product. He says that when dry, it does become permanent. But I wonder whether you need to heat set them as well before you put them in the wash. Anyway, but as you say, I wouldn't probably be washing them.
No, I don't know why you'd want to, but so yeah, just and so many ideas. I've had so much fun. So that's it. That's all my little samples that I've made. Go on, sorry.
No, all I was going to say is, from fabric to the kind of the 3D objects to the journal pages and cards, it just, it's amazing, isn't it? What a group of crafters have come up with that same set of items. And it's not a huge range of items. It's two A5 stamp sets, an A6, a pad of paper, and 2 stencils, and there's no limit to the number of things that people have come up with.
No, it's incredible, isn't it? Yeah.
Amazing. I'm so excited to be taking these to Create and Craft, and obviously for them to be released directly on Tuesday. And of course, if any of you are watching from Australia, Natalie May Scrapbooking, she's got them in. She's got lots of stock. She's excited about them. And I think she said to me she's definitely received it, so that will be going live in Australia. Frantic Stamper in the US have a good stock as well. So if you're a US viewer, then that's a good place to go and get them quickly rather than waiting for international shipping. So yeah, and I'm sure we're in other places internationally, but they're the two probably the big overseas suppliers, and they both love Claire's designs. They're both, whenever they say to me, whenever ordering, they say, tell us which ones are Claire's and we'll order lots.
Oh, that's so nice to know.
Isn't it nice? And then before we leave you all this evening, can I just do you mind, Claire, if I stay on, but if I just run through the Willow Tree collection?
Of course, absolutely.
I won't take you through all of the samples for that as well, but given it's one of the giveaways, we're going to give away Claire's collection, and we're going to give away the Willow Tree, both of which will be on Create and Craft. I don't know where I put it under all the samples.
You've got to find it now.
I know, it's hidden. Gee whiz. So yes, so this is a new designer to us at Funky Fossil, and it's a lovely lady called Sarah Lawrence, but she goes by the design name Mabs and Wal. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's W-A-L rather than Wall. It's W-A-L. And she's got an amazing Etsy shop with lots of designs on there as well. So do check out her. If you like the look of these, do check out what she brings out. But it's very much a stylized kind of folk art style art. She's UK based, and it's kind of woodcut, lino cut kind of designs. A lot of them are very nature inspired, and so I called this collection Willow Tree because she's done this amazing large curved kind of willow tree design, which is really striking. You can see how fabulous that will look against your inky backgrounds, in silhouette, etc. It's just going to be a real kind of standout focal point. And I liked it so much, I also got it made in a die, which obviously is the same way around. It just as a die, it's in reverse on the backing sheet. So again, I've done it basically as a stamp, a die, and as a mask, because I thought I'll cover all bases depending on what it is how you prefer to work with it, or the techniques that you
Hi Sarah, it's me again. Maybe you will remind what people have to do to enter the giveaway, and and we can show the other designs then. Okay.
Yeah,
I will forget.
lovely. You're going again here. Oh, we haven't heard enough of you tonight, Olga. It's throwing me right off that you've been so quiet. Yeah, so if you could comment, preferably share so that people can see what it is we're bringing out this month. But certainly if you can comment and like this live, then you will be in with a chance of winning either one of these collections, and it will be randomly selected by our Olga when I finish running through these products. So it won't be long. Olga says she's still got a sound issue, so she's not trying to look by over talking. I don't think you wear it out, Olga. I just see it's either working or not, I'm sure. Facebook user, your battery died. Oh, you missed all the good stuff. It all kicked off while you weren't on. So this is I love this because I just think this is a really versatile set. And then what goes with it are these gorgeous I've called them woodcut woodlands. So again, silhouette primarily, but you can see they've got some lovely details in there. Stylized, these two foxes are kind of, I got them reversed so that you can make different patterns with them. The most adorable little hedgehog. I don't know if he's coming up there, but he's got little spines in white there. Beautiful deer. So these, again, have been sized. They work beautifully with the willow tree, but of course don't have to. You can add them to your stash as an independent collection. And if you do go on the Create and Craft website, I don't know if the products are live yet, but for those of you who liked the Forest Glade die, it will be on one of the happy hours of the shows, because I thought the Forest Glade die would work beautifully with these images as well. So if you haven't already got it, don't buy it until the live hour, because it will be reduced as a happy hour. But equally, this beautiful kind of die is going to provide all that frame as well, if you want to use that for your characters. So this could be any season, depending on the colours you use. And there are two lovely stencils. The mask, as I've already shown you, which again on a gel plate, or you're using I think if I'm inking over it, I probably will use repositionable spray with this one, because it'd be easier to then ink around. But you could use sprays on it and get a gorgeous kind of slightly more abstract look. And then Cowslip Meadow is what I've called this one. I think that is a name, isn't it? Cowslips. That is something you see in meadow. might be a British name for a flower. But I've expanded one of Sarah's designs there. So this one on this stamp set, I've extended or expanded up to make the stencil, because I really loved how it's kind of like foliage florally, but not, but quite, again, stylized is the only word I can think of. So no, it's not a cutter outer, Olga. That is not the name of the plant. You can't apply cutter outer to everything now. That won't work. And I have amazing samples from the design team, which again I won't go through now, but I will just show you this from Liz, because I was blown away by this when I opened it. So she's made a circle journal. So the front page is acetate, and she's stuck the die to the acetate, and then obviously gone through. I just love it. Just the unusual having it as a circle. I just think it makes it really eye-catching. So she's used all the elements. There's the stencils, the stamps. That's the stamped willow tree. That's the mask willow tree. So you can see how she's used it in its various permutations. So I just thought that was a really cute. No, this is by this one, Olga. Sorry, I'm talking to the comments. This one's from Liz, and who made the fabulous bobbin lady, and the shrine was made by Sarah Edison. There's just too much inspiration around me. It's quite intimidating. And if I start looking at, I'll get lost showing you all of the samples. Just want to show you. So is that Alicia? Yes, it is. So Alicia's used the designs with the Forest Glade. So again, that's where my head was going when I put the show together. You can get that Forest Glade as a happy hour deal. And then here are those same characters, but with the willow tree mask. So yeah, they're just beautiful. So there's, as I say, I could do a whole other live on all the amazing samples there, but I think we've given you more than enough to look at and think about and hopefully enjoy. You'll be seeing them all these samples on Facebook and Instagram, etc., over the next few days. So you'll see lots of ideas. And Claire, you were saying as well, you'll be kind of YouTubing, or have recorded some videos of how you've done your make too. Yes,
I think the first one goes live tonight at 9 o'clock. So
get you. Well, it's very organised. And just a reminder for those of you that didn't see the beginning of the last live that we started, do check out Claire's YouTube channel, Art Journal Love, and she does do a membership. So if you want to join her weekly for live makes and journaling, then definitely join up. It's totally worth it. Although of course you might miss Why Not Wednesday if you're watching Claire, but we'll let you off as long as you watch one of us back. So that's everything for this evening, and I hope you like it. And thank you. Yeah, Art Journal Love is the name, Caroline, of the YouTube channel that Claire has. So she might, she will, or I will put in the Facebook group the link to that if you haven't already seen it. So I'm waiting for Olga to throw out 2 names of winners from the of the 2 collections from comments that have been left on the group this evening. So I'm hoping she's still there and able to share something with us. Oh, thank you for the share of the Art Journal Love. Well, that's your website, isn't it, Claire? Rather than YouTube.
It is,
but you'll be able
yeah.
to get to YouTube from there.
Yes, you will. There'll be a link on there. Yeah.
So I'm just filling now until Olga gives us a name.
There's a lovely comment on, I don't know who it's from because it just says Facebook user, but your DT are out of this world, Sarah. You're so lucky. I agree. Absolutely.
I agree as well. And they're a fantastic group of people full of creativity and very, very supportive, really supportive of everything we do. So, you know, I am very grateful to them. Somebody's saying, wake up, Olga. Is that a winner? Is that a winner name, Olga? Is that you, Olga? Or is it all people just...
No. It's me. It's the name of the first winner.
That would be one way to do it when you just nominate yourself. So that is Lamia Sulahain.
Yes,
Hi.
and second winner, it will take a second because it's on YouTube. So in case that it will disconnect us, when I click off the studio, then you will have to promise to post it after we are live. I'm taking a big risk right now, and I'm going to check the YouTube comment.
Oh, so do you have to go out of the studio to do that?
It's gone.
Kind of. It's complicated. I don't want to ruin anything. You know, we are stretching our luck today.
We are absolutely, and we're so grateful to you all for sticking with us and tuning in.
Absolutely.
So I will put both winners on the Facebook group as well. But Lamia, you are our first winner. And if Olga gets back from Planet YouTube, she'll tell us who the second winner is.
Okay, so on YouTube, oh, here is the comment. I would bet for Simply Angelic Crafts, but I'm not sure if she's not part of the design team.
Yeah, Alicia comes to the collection again. She's on the DT.
That's a pity because she shared everywhere, you know. I found all the hashtags.
That's because she's a superstar. Oh, dear. Yeah.
Okay, so then we have Isabel Kriegel.
Oh,
and
Isabel.
we have the comment over here. She's congratulating Lamia, but she also shared on social media.
Oh, Isabel.
That's lovely.
I
Congratulations.
know Isabel, and she's a great supporter for Funky Fossil. So there you go, Isabel. You don't need to place an order for whichever collection I decide to send you. In fact, actually, to be fair, with both of you, you can message me directly and tell me which collection you'd like to win. Because if you both want Claire's or you both want the Mabs and Wild one, then I'm happy to send 2 of one out if that's how it works best, so nobody's disappointed. So we'll sort that out offline. Thank you.
We also have a lot of questions about when the stamp with cartable outable will be available.
Well, Olga, I will leave that to your next collection, that you can put a stamp with cuttable outable on it for me.
Yeah, because I have to say that, you know, in studio, I can see the miniature version of the photos. And in the second that you said cuttable, outable, Clary was laughing so hard on that mini screen.
I think, well, you know, I think, well, I'll leave you and Claire to fight it out between you who wants to stamp that says cuttable, outable. I'm for it, as always, as you know. I won't take any design credits for it.
I think it's got to be done. Yeah.
Thank you for everyone for spending your Friday evening with us. Thank you, Olga, for navigating us through another StreamYard adventure online.
Thank you,
Claire, for your amazing designs and for being such a lovely, wonderful person in general. Thank you, design team, for showing off. And hopefully I'll see some of you on Create & Craft on Sunday. Otherwise, we'll be seeing you on Facebook, on Instagram, and hopefully on YouTube. And yeah, we'll see what you all get up to when you get these wonderful products home. So I will watch it and go and head over to Claire's YouTube at 9 o'clock, where she's going to be releasing her first video with this collection.
I hope it is now I've said that.
You better go in and schedule it now.
I have to go and check now.
Yeah, you get on and
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, everyone. See you soon. Take care.
Thank
Have a
you,
lovely
everybody.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, everyone have a nice evening. In case that you are looking for more info, you can find Claire everywhere as Art Journal Love, and you can find Funky Fossil as Funky Fossil. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Bye.